I'm hoping this gets the attention that it needs to get so that this will never happen again to any passenger, because I would not wish this on my worst enemies.
She went through a 14-hour plane ride from hell.
The elderly woman did not speak English, so it was like talking to a brick wall. My blood was boiling the entire time. And try your best not to land and be in handcuffs and on the no-fly list. And she would kind of just look at me very confused.
And just when you think it couldn't get any worse,
I think where it went out of pocket is when she started literally spreading her legs out and then also like moving in certain ways in her middle seat so that she is either her feet or her body is leaning against the passenger who was sitting in the aisle seat in the same row as me or leaning up against me. When that started to occur, I immediately called the flight attendant.
her own efforts clearly weren't enough, so she had to get others involved.
I am a frequent flyer. I fly pretty much at least once a month, sometimes more than that, and have never ever experienced this in my entire existence. So when I called the flight attendant came over and addressed it and was, obviously she didn't speak her language. She tried to tell her, stay in your space, stay in your lane.
But the air host also didn't speak the passenger's language.
And she did what she could do. I eventually asked to be moved to a different seat. The flight attendant told me that this is a completely booked flight. There's no first class, there's no premium, there's no other seats on this flight so that she could move me, but she said that she was going to double check to find a seat. I do feel like the flight attendants could have did a little bit more. I do not like how they handled the situation.
What did the other passenger think to all of this?
Passenger who was sitting in the aisle seat in the same row as myself and this elderly lady shared the same frustrations as myself. The bulk of what was happening to myself. I had asked to be moved and the flight attendant mentioned that it was a completely full flight. Then she came back and there was a middle seat that she offered, but I absolutely hate the middle seat and we still had 10 hours to go. I was like, I'll take it that way this lady could have the space to, lay out and have two seats. I had figured that now that she has two seats, everybody would be at peace now. She would be okay and have room to stretch out. In hindsight, I feel like I probably should have raised my hand to take that seat.
How different this encounter could have been if she took that seat. Would you prefer middle seat or this?